Good morning, crafty friends. Sparkle here. Say, I'm coming to you to show you how to make the base for this envelope portfolio that I made yesterday. Some people wanted to see how it was formed. This is just a piece of coffee dyed seam binding. This is a wax seal on a leaf and one of my paper flowers. So I used a combination of window envelopes and some may not have windows, and I may have covered them. And there's a series of pockets. There's a flip out here. Some more pockets. You can do whatever you want with. You could put belly bands in, or you could put lace on here, whatever. This is very simple. I used two different designs, and some word page. And yeah, so you need 6 envelopes, okay? And I guess we have to leave them tall. I was not loving that they were so tall, but if you cut them down, then you're going to lose some of the integrity of the envelopes, okay? So just keep that in mind. So it doesn't matter what condition they're in. Like I was writing on these, I tried to cover it, but it's not going to matter. We're going to cover it with paper. You want to make sure that your front and your back envelope are the same size. Okay, so same size, height, and width. Okay, these may or may not be the same, and that's okay. We'll make it work. It's best if you can have your flaps for most of them. So you might have to be careful when you cut your envelopes. Okay, and it's probably better if you have like meaning like these are this way, and then these are the pointy way. So, use what you have. I just took what I had in my collection. We're going to cover it all, so it doesn't matter. So you need 6 envelopes. So find the 2 that are for sure the same size. Now, it doesn't matter where the windows are, okay? We're not concerned about that now. I'm going to just paper clip this together so you can get the feel of it, okay? It's just something that you'll learn by doing them. So you have your 2 envelopes. This is going to be my front, and I'll put something in there. And this will be my back. And I may or may not cover that. Doesn't matter right now. So you're going to put these 2 together. And this is going to just go here. We're just going to glue this piece of envelope right to here. So this becomes your front. Now right away I don't like this. I don't like this. So I'm going to put this one in the back. And this one in the back. And see if I like this better. Okay, I like this better. So it's good to just play around with them till you like them. So just this is going to be glued to here. But we're just going to tape it for now. Not tape it, paper clip it so you can see. I was inspired by, I had a gal's name here, Nat Williams. She has 5 or 6 videos on how she did hers. But I've streamlined it because I'm a very simple person. So now we have this flap sticking up. So we got 1, 2. So now we're going to take another one with the flap. And we're going to put that in here. Now, of course, these are going to be glued down when we're all said and done, okay? Okay, so again, we have our cover, our front cover, and now we have 1 page, 2 page. This is going to become a pocket. This, we can do something with this later. Okay, so that's 2. Now we have this flap. So you're going to take an envelope, and this time you're going to open 3 sides. So it becomes a flip out. I did one that was plain on the inside, so I used it as a journal spot. I'll show you later. This whole piece will get glued here. Again, you know, if you have an envelope that doesn't have a window, that's fine. So we have our front cover. We have our first pocket and inside cover. We have this, and now we have a flip out. And I put it on backwards. So here. And unless all your envelopes are the same size, and you'd be surprised how many envelopes are not the same size, okay? So this will get fitted in here. So we have this, and now we have this, a flip out, okay? And that closes, and this will be glued down. So now we have this, and we have 2 more envelopes. So I'm just putting one in here. And that'll get glued in there. And then this one can go on either side. If you want to put it in there, this could be a pocket. And then this could just, so that's the hardest thing, is just figuring out how to get this puppy together. Okay, so we have front cover. This will be glued down. We have a pocket here and a pocket here. We could put paper here and make a big pocket here for a tag or something. We have plain here. We have a flip here. And we can trim this so it doesn't, you know, you don't want anything to butt up. You want everything to be able to flow. This will be glued down. Then you have your 2 back here. So if you want to make this a pocket, you know, it doesn't matter. That's up to you. And then we have our last one here. And then we have the back. So that's this. I added an envelope that I had as a closure to the back, but you don't have to do that. You can just tie it or put a tab on it, you know, whatever you want. So let's glue this one together. So I'm going to take everything apart. Now you might want to use double-sided Might have ripped something. You might want to use some double-sided tape. I'm just going to use wet glue, and yeah. So I want my front and back cover. Make sure they match. So this is just getting glued onto here, within the seam here. So I'll use some double-sided tape just because I have some here. And you want to stay, it's hard to see on camera, but you do not want to go on the seam. You know, you want to go inside the seam. And these envelopes have been quite abused. Now I'll show you later what you can do if you don't have a flap on your envelope. You can make one. So you just want this to go you want to make sure everything is even. I did that very sloppily. I apologize. This is very, very sloppy. Unacceptable. Easier if you just lay it next to it, flush it up, and fold it over. I should start over. All right, so we have this. Okay, and then this is our back. And we can worry about this later. After we decorate, we'll glue it down. Okay, so, nope, I don't like it. I don't think it's straight enough. I have to be happy with it, okay? There. Sorry about that, my friends. Okay, so then number 2 is going to go in here. And I'm just going to put some wet glue in here. So we have our front cover, we have our first page, and we have this one that we just glued in. Now we have our flap here, and we're going to take our one that's open. Just fold it. I'm alternating this. And then put it here, and you're going to just glue this onto here. And you're making sure that you have a little gap here, so that, and I did it backwards. My goodness. I want it to open this way. Talk about bloopers, huh? Oh my word. Let's review. We have our front cover. We have our first side, our second side. We have our flip. Okay, then we have this side here to deal with. So you want to make it so that this is a pocket. Again, I'm just going to run some wet glue in here. To get that flap down. Upside down. So we have our first, we have our flip, we have a page here. This will just be for decoration. You can put pockets on it. We have a pocket here or here. And then this one just beside, I think I'm going to put it over here. So maybe over here. Okay. Again, I'm just going to put the wet glue in here. like it. Front, the, open, pocket, and this one I got to glue in yet. I'm not sure where I want to put it. This would need some reinforcement, I think. Yeah, I think I like it here because then this has got some meat to it. So let's just fold it over. I'm going to put some wet glue in here. So let's review. And it's flat, and that's good. So here's your front cover. Here's your first page. Here's your second set. Here's your flip out. Here's a pocket. And then two pockets back here. And then here's your back page. And after we glue some paper down, we'll glue that down. So that's the basics. This is the paper I'm going to be using. It's from Lily Fee the Paper Witch, and it's just some nice graphic paper, so I printed some of this. And then also I printed just a couple pockets and things like that we can play with. And then some tags, and then I have just some newspaper prints that I had in my files, so we'll use some of this as our fill-in. Okay? So that's what we're going to do, and all we're going to do is collage, and you know how to collage. We'll put trim around here with scraps. I'm going to use my paper trimmer, and if you want to put stuff in here, we should do it before we seal up anything. So I'll just look through here. And play around and say, oh, I'm just showing you for an example. So we'll just cut this here. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to rip. That wasn't supposed to rip, so this won't be usable for this. But let me just see. So I would just go in and I would like a never-ending book. I would do that, and then I would just I would add glue to that paper and just stick it to the back of this. Like if that's fitting okay, then I would just go like this. You just want to get it sealed in there. It's not going to go anywhere because this is all going to be closed up eventually. But okay, So I might just now go in and do any of the windows that I want while you can get to them. Okay, so here's another one. And so just go a little past it. And then decide how big you want it. Make sure of your orientation. So I might even just go like this now and just put them in there, okay? Um, this one I'm going to cover this side, but it could show here. So, although it's got this here, so I'm going to cover this one because I'm just going to cover this with paper. So I think that was for the only windows, and then there's one on the back. Now, I don't know if I want to feature anything on here either. No, I'm going to close that because it's too big and it's got this strip here. So, yeah. So, you know, you got your insides. Decorate any of your windows that you choose to. And then I leave the cover to last, and I'll just go start collaging. And I'll just put my paper down. I used some of this big tape to cover the seams if I wanted to. Or I can use some of my medical tape. Or I could ink. You could ink. Yeah. So maybe I'll do, maybe I'll come back and decorate it a little bit. But I think you have the gist of how to get this assembled. I'm sorry for all the fumbles, but it is pretty self-explanatory once it's done. And just cut out your papers and make pockets in those that you can, or add a pocket. I just put a little flip up here, and because this is clear, I just stamped on it, left it blank. There's a little journal spot. Yeah, and then I'm just going to add a bunch of my finished bellies. And see, some that didn't have pockets, they're fine. There's some journal spots here. Um, yeah, so it just depends on what type windows you use. Um, you know, that one was okay to be opened. And just collage on the back. And yeah, let me see what you do. And have a blessed, beautiful day. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll walk you through stuff. Bye.